All right, guys, welcome back to the part 2 of the summit. In case you missed one from the last time, check out the upper right corner of this video where you can go check out the questions that we talked about. And now continuing with the other questions that we've received. So,
you're Russian, why not vodka?
I don't like taste of vodka. I'm more of a whiskey guy, but recently I've been drinking a lot of gin tonic actually, and rum coke as well. Oh, yours is already gone.
Yeah, my rum coke is gone. See, part 2 didn't bring new alcohol. It's kind of messed up, huh?
Yeah, it is. No disinfectant middle.
Let's see. So, we finished off just recently with what we thought the government was doing for the coronavirus situation. We touched on that a little bit. This could be an interesting question. What do you think that Apex offers the Nürburgring that other businesses do not?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I mean, I think the whole concept of Apex is actually what no single other business is offering, because we offer basically pretty much anything you can think of Nürburgring related.
Right.
We have rental cars, taxi instructions, whether it's for our cars, own cars, event organization, media. Did I mention taxis already? No, taxis. Hotel. Racing.
Yep. We're getting there.
We're getting there. So, and it doesn't matter whether you're an individual or a business and you come and ask us like, hey, I have this dream of doing this and that, or I would like to do this and this. We can offer it and we provide it. Whereas other businesses, they're either strict rental car company with maybe a connection to another taxi company that they refer traffic to, or just an hotel, or maybe an hotel with some rental cars, but not everything together.
Exactly.
And in our case, I think that is what we offer, that we don't offer maybe the Nürburgring, a special type of service what hasn't been there existing yet, but we offer to the end customer like everything under one roof. You don't have to, like, if you come here, you can book your hotel and like you can do anything. Okay, there's one thing that we don't offer. It's maintenance for the own cars, like working on the car. So
yeah, and I can't say that's something we will never do.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say that. I don't want to right now. I've been down that road before. It's something that we don't necessarily want to get into, but you know, maybe George comes to me one day and says, Robert, I really want to, you know, work on a shop and have 3 or 4 mechanics under me. Maybe we go that route one day, maybe we don't, we just have to see. I think what Apex offers that no other company does, and I think that every company wants to think they're the best at everything they do. Mm-hmm. And I think that we deliver a certain passion and a certain drive to offer what we think is the best product and the product that can speak to the most amount of people, and really the fun product, a desire to actually connect with our community. Mm-hmm. One thing that I, you know, do personally and that I notice and I take, I don't want to say pride in, but I strive to achieve that or to maintain it, is that when I go on the local Nürburgring sites, or not even local, but just Nürburgring enthusiast sites, I'm the only owner of a company that's in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm the only one talking, and if someone says, what about taxis? I'm the only one that actually owns the taxis, owns the cars, owns the company that goes in and says, hey, this is what we offer, and I'm doing it on a social level that we're all equal and we're all having fun. Yep. You know, and that to me is something that we offer, and that's not because of any other reason than that I have passion for what we do. Mm-hmm. I have the passion for the car that we just, you know, did a video on recently, this GT2. I look at it and I absolutely love how it works, how it functions, how it moves, how it cuts through the air, you know, how the wing whistles going down the straightaway, you know. So we deliver a passion for the products that we have, and our goal is to share that passion with our customers. Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to add to the fact that you are on social media with all these groups as like the only owner of comparison to all the other customers. What you or any other of our team members also do in comparison, well, that's not mentioned like
but just in general.
Yeah, in general, is that whenever someone comes with a question and say like, hey, I want to take a lap in a taxi, we are the ones to say like, hey, you have Apex, you have Jaguar, you have GetSpeed, you have Ring Taxi, you have the Nürburgring themselves. Whereas someone else, we're just going to say like, hey, yeah, us, 50% discount, do it.
And I think that you know, that speaks volumes as well. I do see other companies as well saying this is what you have, mm-hmm. you know, blah blah blah, and I think that's good. But it is all about getting the best experience you can. Yep. You know, are directly across the street from Rent for Ring, and if somebody says, "Oh, we want this certain type of car," we'll say, "You know what, we don't have that, but they do. Let's walk over and get it." You know.
Yeah, and we actually in comparison last 2 years, the partnership has been this strong that we actually grab customers by the hand, bring them there, and
Likewise,
the same goes the other way.
And so I think that it's really important to see that, you know, as a company, we're not necessarily here just for the profit and to say, this is what you have to do. You need to book with us. Why do you need to book with us? You need to book with us because we truly love what we do, and we want to share that experience with everybody else. And it goes back to like what we said earlier. We could grow, we could expand, and we could probably turn a higher profit. However, that's not what we want to do. I want to see us being down here and being a cultural center, you know what I mean, of place to go and hang out and just enjoy yourself and pull in and know that there's going to be like-minded people that want to talk cars, and not just a place that's going to be talking about, you know, financials and how many laps you're going to book with us. So, you know, I think that everybody that's at the Nürburgring feels that way about themselves. You know what I mean? Everyone here really enjoys what they do, but yeah, so I think that's the main thing that we do, is we just want to have fun with people, you know, and really that's at the end of the day what it boils down to, you know. So the next question, let's see, kind of leads on to that as well, is what's the relationship between taxi and rental companies? I think that the relationship between the rental companies is pretty mellow.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of drama. You don't see a lot of issues there. It's pretty mellow. I mean, there might be behind the scenes stuff that we don't see, you know, but for the most part, there's only one Nürburgring, and the world's getting bigger every single day, or more population. The world population is getting bigger, and the expendable income amongst that population is also growing as the population grows. So we're not seeing huge competition issues with the rental companies. The taxi office, that's frustrating because it's 4 companies in one box. That's silly. So obviously high season, there's a lot going on, and so tensions sometimes rise. But at the end of the day, the level, you know, cool heads always prevail, and everyone does get along for the most part. At the beginning, everyone kind of had to find their way and figure out how to get along and how to do things. And I think everyone's kind of settled into their place. Everyone knows what this company's purpose is, what that company's purpose is, and what that company's purpose is, and it works. Yep. You know, it definitely works out. And I think that's really positive. So, whereas with any business there's competition, I think that the 4 companies that are in that box have done really well, being in that box and finding the best way, you know what I mean? And
at the end of the day, competition is very good for the customer.
It is. It absolutely is. It leads, you know, companies to get GT2RS Manthey-Racing. It leads, you know, manufacturers to bring cars in and say, look, we're going to bring a car in and we're going to let this company run it, and they can offer laps for €199. You know what I mean? The competition aspect of it brings a lot of different things to the table. So you do have those positives. At the same time, you have negatives. You know, one of our competitors recently sent a picture to the Nürburgring of something that we did and tried to narc on us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, you know, so there's those negatives, and yeah, frustration comes, and people want to do stuff like that, and you know, then once their season gets going, they'll forget it.
Yeah.
I mean, so it goes all these different ways. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's definitely not a bad thing. By any means at all, but it's sometimes has its struggles, but other times it's actually, you get so caught up in what you're doing that you don't even notice that the other people are there. Yeah. The legendary YouTube comment section, I did find out what that means. Okay. It means the question asking if you and I are in a YouTube video battle.
I think we'll find out
because
soon
we
enough.
Found out because we posted videos at the same time.
Yeah.
That's heated. Mine probably has more likes, but you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, your like per view ratio is maybe high, but
but your views aren't.
Yet.
Let's see. Okay. The car market in this chaos, do you see the bubble bursting? What's your opinion on it? I mean, you're a car manufacturer media guy. What's your thought?
Ooh, why you have to go that way? I have an NDA that I signed. I cannot talk about.
You can give your opinion. Okay, Nürburgring knowledge. Okay, I'll take this one. My take is this. Okay, if we're 100% honest with ourselves, where was the car market going to go? People have been talking about the 2008 bubble or 2007. Really, I mean, it all started with the housing crash. And they're comparing this to that, and I don't think this is even remotely comparable to that. I think at the end of the day, what we're going to see is that when the housing bubble burst, we didn't have businesses that were on trajectory for their best year ever go to zero. We had 20, 30, 40% losses, not 100% losses. Right now, we have 100% losses in companies in many different branches. And that's going to obviously affect the market in a tremendous way. You're going to have business owners who are laying off employees. Maybe they're laying off 10 employees or 200 employees or 3,000 employees, and they're not going to be in a position to buy new cars. And that's obviously a big problem. But furthermore, let's take it a step further and ask, what have the car manufacturers done? Okay? What have the car manufacturers done to also support their own market crashing? I'm sorry. You come out with a Pista. You come out with a Pista Spider. 10 days later, you come out with some SF90,
F8 Tributo,
blah, 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 F8 Tributo, Spider, Cabrio, Coupe, etc. And that's not even really where the problem is. The problem is then you have the Elba, the Monza, Aston Martin's version of it. I can't even remember all the names of these cars. So Aston Martin has a version of it. Ferrari has their two versions of their open roof car. Then you've got the Senna, and you've got the Senna GTR. Then you've got the LaFerrari. There's another one being built right now that's a hybrid LaFerrari replacement. There's literally so many cars being built right now.
And only one Rimac C2.
Yes, only one. But this is what I'm getting at, is that you've got so many cars being built. And it's just such a wide range of it. I mean, how many V8 McLarens do we have right now? I couldn't even begin to tell you.
All of them?
But this is what I'm getting at. I can't even tell you what, if you go from a GT to a 720 to a GT 720 Senna GTR, they're all on the same motor. The 765 coming now is on the same motor. There's going to be 765 of those. The market can't even, the 675 market couldn't even handle 500 and 500. Now they're going to do 765 and 765. 600 LT, unlimited number of production. We're just going to build as many as we can sell. 765 or 600 LT Spider, same thing. We're going to build as many as we can sell. There's a certain point where the market simply can't support the cars even without a pandemic, right? So the situation that we're at right now is not just the pandemic, it's the fact that the car manufacturers, the auto manufacturers, have built so many cars. How many Formula One engine high downforce cars do we have anymore? I don't even know. I've lost track of them. AMG's building one. Aston Martin's building one. There was a third one that I saw the other day that's coming out. We're coming out with a new Valhalla. What's the Aston Martin's coming out with their new DB? What's the DB? What's their top end front engine car? You had one. Vanquish.
No, I had the DB11.
The DB11?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the Vanquish.
Yeah.
The Vanquish is going to come out, I think, as a supercar now. I mean, we're just going in a direction where we just can't have any more cars. It's too many. It's too many cars. The minute that you buy one, your depreciation just hits and it just falls through the floor. And that was all happening already without this pandemic. So this pandemic is just going to clean it out. That's my honest opinion. This is going to come in. We're at a place where BMW's M3 is getting north of 100,000. It's just too much. So the market has gone crazy, and there's going to be my opinion is there's going to be a serious market correction, without a doubt.
So for that, we will have to stay tuned.
We have to be patient and see. I mean, it's obviously something that I don't want to see, because I do have a good stock of cars, if you would, and I don't want to see them all tank in value, but at the end of the day, I think that's what's going to happen. I don't really see a big way around it. That's at the end of the day only just our opinion and speculations, and for the reality, we'll have to wait and see.
But we're running low on our battery on the camera, so I think it's going to be the end of this video.
Oh wow, 2 videos.
Yeah, we're going to have a third video.
We might as well. There's still more questions.
Okay, then stay tuned, and probably in 2 days' time, or actually the day after tomorrow, you're gonna have another summit. So till then.